for my second 5E STEM lesson plan, I titled it Dam Design, and I used the cross-cutting concepts approach for the STEM challenge. The objective is that the students identify cause and effect relationships with failed dams, define a problem, and create a prototype that will reduce the impact of hazardous weather. So we are using one of the science standards, an engineering standard, as well as a reading standard. And our science and engineering practices are engaging in argument from evidence and asking questions and defining problems. The materials are listed on the lesson plan. To engage the students, I'm having them come to a common meeting place where we're all together, and they're going to watch a YouTube video that shows, it's about a 10-minute video, but I want it to stop at a certain place where they're just able to see a dam, how it failed and what was the effect of the dam failing. And hopefully they'll be able to turn and talk and answer some of the questions that are on the lesson plan. What caused the dam to collapse? So using cause and effect language, and what are some of the materials they think are needed to build a dam. And so then I explain their challenge. They're going to be creating a dam or a barrier that can stop rushing water from flowing to the other side. So they'll get a plastic garden box, and they'll be responsible for creating that barrier. And they will also need to keep track of their spending. Now, while they don't have a budget, they will be notified that the city is interested in the most effective and cost-efficient prototype. So then they begin to explore, and the students are going to take a look at the different materials that they're able to purchase, talk to their group about what they imagine the design to look like and be made out of, and actually sketch and label their design with their engineering planning sheet. Once the planning process is complete, they will bring their supply sheet to the teacher at the materials table. We'll double check their cost and everything and get them their supplies, and then they can begin creating. The evaluate process is similar to the first lesson plan. This is where they're actually going to test out their prototype. In my lesson plan, I have that the teacher needs to fill a measuring cup with 2 cups of water. I did suggest putting food coloring in it because it makes it easier to see the water, and pour it on one side of their garden box and see if their barriers stop the water from flowing to the other side. The elaborate part of the lesson plan is similar to the one before. This is where they think about what they can improve on their prototype, and also continue to keep track of their cost of their materials. And for the extension portion of this lesson plan, I decided to create an exit ticket where students are explaining how their design will reduce the impact of floods on the community.